Today we're going to make a very delicious mixed rice recipe, that's mutton tahari. I'm using mutton for this recipe. This can also be made using chicken. This rice is basically made with meat and vegetables of your choice. It's a very easy dish and it's very simple to make, and the spices also are very mild. So for this we are going to use about two finely chopped onions, one piece of cinnamon stick, and shazira or caraway seeds. I've used 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon turmeric, salt 1 teaspoon, and red chili powder 1.5 teaspoon. And yogurt I've used 3/4 cup and 6 large tomatoes. Mutton I've used 1 kg and I've used mutton with a little bit of fat. So oil is about 1 cup and 1 large potato. Mint leaves about 12 to 14 leaves, green chilies about 10, and a handful of chopped coriander leaves. This is optional. I've used a Maggi cube. Ginger garlic paste is about 3 teaspoons, and kasuri methi or fenugreek leaves is about 1.5 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon garam masala, and lemon juice from half a lemon. Apart from this, we'll be using rice. I've used basmati rice for this, which is about 750 grams. Instead of this, you can even use the small grained rice, that is the zira kasala, or it's also called zirak samba, it's called jira kasala. So that rice or basmati you can use. So let's begin cooking this by heating a pan. You can either cook it in a vessel and cook the meat on a low flame till it is tender, or if you want to make it faster, you can use a pressure cooker. So I added about 1 cup of oil, and let's start adding the masalas to this. The cinnamon stick first, and then I'm going to add in the chopped onions. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of recipes that I'll be posting. So, and don't forget to click the notification bell so that you get updated each time I post a new video. Let's fry the onions till they are golden brown. We'll be using a little bit of onion even while preparing the rice. So apart from this, you'll need at least another half to 1 onion. So that will be a total of 3 onions. So you can see that the onions have got fried nicely. I'm going to add the shazira or the caraway seeds to this. This has a unique flavor and it adds a very good taste to any dish it's added in. It's a little different from the normal zira or the cumin seeds that we use. This mutton tahari is very popular, especially in Hyderabad. You can try this recipe. I'm sure you'll love it. I've added the ginger garlic paste to this and I'm going to fry it for a few minutes till the raw smell of the ginger garlic paste goes. And let's add in the mutton pieces. Like I told you, I've used mutton with a little bit of fat because this adds to the taste of the mutton tahari. So let's fry the mutton along with the onion and the shazira for some time. When you prepare such dishes, make sure you use fresh ginger garlic paste because that adds to the taste and flavor of the dish. We are adding the other masalas, that's the turmeric, red chili powder, and the salt. Please add the chilies and the salt according to your taste. Let's fry the mutton really well in these spices. The mutton has been cooking for a few minutes now. And now I'm adding the yogurt, which is about 3/4 cup. We'll fry the mutton in yogurt also for a few minutes. So the meat has been cooking in the yogurt for some time, and now I'm adding the tomatoes. When you cut the tomatoes like this into circles, it gets cooked really fast and the tomato gets really tender very fast compared to adding the cubes. So I prefer cutting the tomatoes like this. So the tomatoes also have been cooking now, and you can see that there's a little bit of, I have not added any water to this. But if you find there is less water, you can add some water. See, I'm just adding about 2 tablespoons of water to this because mine has a lot of water in it still. It depends on the tenderness of the meat also. So I'm going to close the lid and pressure cook it till the meat is cooked. This is really a quick process when you cook it in the pressure cooker. It's done, and now I'm going to just put the flame on again. As you can see, the meat is cooked really well. Make sure you don't overcook the mutton also, because when you cook it with rice again, it's going to get cooked a little bit. This is the garam masala powder. I'm going to add it at this point after the meat has been cooked so that it has the fresh flavor of the garam masala. As you can see, there's still enough water in it. Gosht ki tahari is also available in most of the hotels, and it's very popular, especially in Hyderabad and other places. Even in Karnataka, it is some places it is available. And now for the rice part, I've taken an open vessel because the cooker is small. So I've taken a bigger utensil and I've added a little bit of oil, say about 5 tablespoons, and I've added 1 sliced onion to it. You can add any vegetables to this. Even the vegetables taste really great along with this. So it's totally up to you as to what you can add. And now I'm going to add the chopped coriander, mint and green chilies. We'll fry this for a few seconds and then we'll add the prepared vegetables. I'll be adding the potatoes. I've added 1 large potato and along with that some carrot and peas. This is totally up to you. You can even add beans to this, and some people even add methi, fresh methi. I've used dried fenugreek or kasuri methi, but you can also add fresh methi to this. And once I've fried those vegetables for a minute or two, I'm going to pour the rest of the mutton gravy into this. Mix everything together. And the fenugreek is always added in the end to, like I said, to preserve the taste. And this is totally optional. I'm adding a Maggi cube to this, chicken cube. This is totally up to you. You can add it or just leave it. It's optional. Mix everything together. Now all the flavors have been incorporated really well. Just check for salt and chili at this point before you add the rice. So if you find the salt or the chilies are less, you can add it now. Now I'm going to add in the rice which I have washed and soaked well. So the basmati rice is added into this. As you can see, the mutton gravy already had a lot of water in it. So please add the water according to the requirement. So when you use whatever amount of rice you're using, make sure you measure it in a cup or a glass so that you can approximate the amount of water you need to add. So I have enough of water, so I'm just adding another 2 cups of water to this. If you want to eyeball it, just make sure that the water is above the rice. You need to approximate the water required. So now I'm going to close the lid and allow the rice to cook. In between, when it's half done, I'm just opening the lid and I'll just mix everything once. Do it very gently because you can break the rice grains because it's already half cooked now. And you can also judge whether the water is enough. If you feel the rice is still grainy and the water might not be sufficient, you can add some more water at this point. Close the lid and allow it to cook completely on a low-medium flame. The mutton tahari is ready. You can see it's so simple to make and it hardly used any ingredients and no special ingredients are required as such. Cooks for you. Today is a very special biryani, ZAMZAM biryani. This is special because it contains both mutton, chicken and eggs. Let's begin by preparing the mutton first for the biryani. I've used about 750 grams of mutton, which I'll be pressure cooking along with about 4 to 5 green chilies chopped, about 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, salt and some water. We are going to pressure cook this till the mutton is cooked completely. The water, don't dry the water completely because the water that is left over will be used, the stock will be used as well, so don't discard the water. Pressure cook this and keep it aside. In the meantime, let's make the masala for the biryani. I've heated 1 cup of oil in a vessel and I'm adding 2 large finely sliced onions and we're going to fry this till it turns golden brown. And I'll be adding in about 1.5 teaspoons of salt to this because the salt will remove the water content from the onions and help it to brown faster. In the meantime, grind 10 green chilies to a paste with some water and keep it aside. Boil about 4 to 5 eggs and keep them aside. And also, if you have French fries, you can fry about 1 to 2 cups and keep them aside. Or if you don't have, you can fry about 1 potato. Let's add 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. About 2 to 3 tablespoons would be fine. And let's fry this till the raw aroma from the ginger garlic paste leaves. And then I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of kasuri methi. Make sure you crush them with your hand before adding it. And about 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. This is the whole spice powder. 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. And the green chili paste, which I told you, 10 green chilies. You can add this according to your spice level. I've added about 3 teaspoons. Let's fry this for a minute. And then I'm going to add in about 1.5 cups of thick yogurt. Mix it well and cook this till the yogurt dries up nicely and it forms a thick mixture. And the oil should separate out as well. As you can see, the yogurt has become really thick and the oil has separated out as well. And now we are going to add in the chicken. I've added about 750 grams of chicken also. You can vary this. You can add how much ever you want. It's up to you. We've added the chicken and let's fry this for a few minutes. Say till the chicken turns white in color. It smells really good. The aroma from this is really wonderful. You can see this biryani is really different. And now I'm going to add in the cooked mutton along with the stock. We are adding this at this stage because the flavors from the mutton and the chicken should all come together, and the mutton also should be coated with this masala. So in the meantime, let's boil some, let's prepare the water for the rice. I've soaked about 750 grams of basmati rice. So we're gonna cook this. I've heated water in a vessel and I've added some oil and salt to it, and I've added the soaked basmati rice. And this is the prepared French fries which I kept aside. And optional, you can fry cashews as well. This is optional. The rice is almost done. Make sure you cook this only about 70%. Don't cook the rice completely. And the mutton and chicken mixture is also ready. So let's start layering the biryani. The first layer would be the chicken and the mutton pieces along with the gravy. And I'm going to sprinkle the rice. As you can see, I'm sprinkling the rice. Make sure you put it this way because then each grain is separate. If you just pour it as it is, then it tends to form lumps of rice. So I've put one layer of rice and I'm going to layer it, put a second layer of the mutton, chicken and the gravy. And over this I'm going to add French fries. If you don't have French fries, you can cut potatoes into strips and fry them and add it to it. And boiled eggs, I'm placing them on top. You can slice them, but I like to keep it whole because it gets messy. While dishing out the biryani, the eggs break further and it gets really messy. So I like to keep the eggs whole. And I'm going to sprinkle one more layer of the cooked rice. And on this, we are going to add in some Cura water. I've taken some water in a bowl, about 4 tablespoons. And I'm adding some yellow color. And this is the Cura essence, about a few drops, say about 5 to 6 drops of it. Mix it and we are going to pour it over the rice. I'm using my ladle, and with that I'm going to evenly put this Cura color water over the rice. Sprinkle some cashew nuts and some ghee. This is optional. And cover it with an aluminium foil or a cloth and allow it to dum on low flame for about half an hour. It's done. It is really delicious and really flavorful. Please send me your comments as to whether you like this recipe, and if you've tried out, let me know how it turned out for you, because this was a super hit. This is a super hit in my family, and it's really tasty and very different from the other conventional biryanis. Do let me know if you like this. Today we are making a very special biryani which is made from minced meat and whole masoor dal. This is called KHEEMA Masoori Pulao. For this I have used finely chopped onions, about 4 large, 1 cup finely chopped coriander, half a cup mint finely chopped, and 8 to 10 green chilies chopped. This you can reduce according to your taste. Tomatoes I have used about 5 large cut in small pieces, 1 kg minced meat, and ginger garlic paste about 4 to 5 tablespoons. And the other masalas that we'll use are whole cumin about 2 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon peppercorns. This is Cura essence 2 to 3 drops in color water, red chili powder 1.5 teaspoon, salt to taste, and turmeric 3/4 teaspoon. Cinnamon sticks 2, cloves about 6 to 8, green cardamoms about 6 to 8, and 2 black cardamoms. This is red chili flakes and garam masala powder, about 2 teaspoons. Let's heat some oil in a pan, about half a cup of oil, and add the whole garam masala, the cinnamon, cloves, green cardamom, black cardamom, the cumin seeds, and the peppercorns. Fry them for a minute and then add in the chopped onions. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also like my videos, and also send me your comments and suggestions. Now I'm adding the ginger garlic paste. Once the onions are transparent, we can add the ginger garlic paste. Fry this for a few minutes till the raw smell from the ginger garlic paste goes, and then add in the washed minced meat. Let's cook this for a while. You can see the color of the keema has changed, and add all the dry masalas, the chili powder, salt, turmeric, and along with that the tomatoes. Masoor dal, I've used 2 cups which have been soaked overnight, and then boil it and keep it aside. Okay, now I'm adding the chopped coriander, the mint, and the green chilies. You can see we've not added any water, but the water from the keema is cooking well in its own juices. So we need to cook this. Since it's keema, it gets done really fast. I'm adding in the garam masala powder. Mix well and allow it to cook till the keema is done. You can see once the keema is cooked, the oil comes up. And for the masoor dal, we are going to prepare the masoor dal now. In a pan, add zira or cumin seeds about 1 teaspoon and chopped green chilies about 4 to 5. And the red chili flakes as well, about half a teaspoon. You can reduce the chilies according to your taste, but overall the pulao does not become very spicy. And this is the boiled dal, the whole masoor dal which I had soaked overnight and boiled. So I'm adding that to this masala and add some chopped coriander leaves. We'll cook till this gets a little dry, and in the meantime I had soaked 1 kg rice and I'm cooking this. You have to cook this only till it is a little more than half done and layer it. I've put a layer of keema which we had prepared, and then rice. Make sure you sprinkle the rice like this, only then it is soft, it is fluffy and the grains don't stick together. So I put the layer of rice, again a layer of keema, and then the dal again. Repeat these layers till you finish your rice and keema and dal. This is really simple to make and it's very tasty, and it's a good change when you're fed up of eating the same regular biryanis again and again. So we finished layering and I'm now adding again a layer of chopped coriander and fried onions. This is optional, but it tastes really good with that. And this is the cura water, the color and the cura essence. So just sprinkle this water. If you don't want to add color, you can add saffron strands to water and you can put the color. And I'm adding some ghee, some melted ghee on the top. And we'll allow this to dum on low flame. I'm also placing some koftas in this. I'll give you the link to the kofta recipe in the description box. You can also add boiled eggs, koftas, or even some potatoes to this. So I've allowed it to slow cook for about half an hour. And the KHEEMA Masoori Pulao is ready to serve.